come here? No, I ain't had no packages. I seen UPS. Actually, next August it'll be 5 years in this
5
building.
years.
Yeah.
So you still pretty like kind of like not new, but like
Well, put it like this: I've been in business since 2008. I had this
yeah,
shop since 2019. I always worked on cars at home and at the shop. And my granddad, he taught me everything. So, but after I went to Lincoln Tech, I graduated in '05. I started working on shops at AutoZone and all that. Then I said I always wanted my shop, so I got the name registered with the state of Texas in 2008. So I already knew I was going to open up a shop.
Yeah.
But so I started using my name for everything I use for parts and all this, and build up my rapport. So even when I was looking at my numbers from last year, from over the years, it's pretty good numbers coming up.
I mean, you got this plat with over 265 million.
If I'm reading right, I think it might be talking about all the Yep people, and then all them, I'm like, I'm in the top 30. I'm in the top 10% reviews.
But shoot, that's still good though, man. Like
I'm still 5-star and everything on Yep.
Reviews on your platform. Our platform.
Yeah, on theirs.
Oh, stupid. Okay. But shoot, that's still good. Shoot,
that's Yep, so it's pretty good. And then
like Yep is a big platform too, man. Like that's why a lot of people go to see what they want to eat, look at reviews on restaurants.
Yep, Google. I'm a member of the BBB too, so I've been a part of them since 2019.
What's BBB?
The business blah, blah, blah. Better Business Bureau. That's it's like a little group you be in, and that's what some people talk. I'm gonna call BBB on you to report and all that, which they don't do nothing, but it's just another certification and branding. And I'm working on going to be with the Red Oak Chamber of Commerce and all that too.
Chamber of Commerce, where you go to, where people can go. People can go. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that like where people can go to see how to find businesses or help or something like
Pretty
that?
much, yeah. It's like a bigger group thing.
Yeah.
And then you also get associated with different companies and different peoples and different businesses, and like
I know a lot of businesses go like it's like a business group kind of like,
and you get the how you say not what is that when you get to talk with a lot of people, not multitask, what is the word,
like associate,
well no, you get to
fellowship,
collaborate and collaborate is another word too, but you get to put y'all stuff together and work with each other, and I'm watching. It's gonna come back in my head in a minute what the hell the word is, but yeah, you just kind of get together and talk and put your business out.
I like have meetings like every once a month,
something like that. Yeah.
When you graduate, like
I'm certified in 4 to 5 things. AC certified. Well, yeah, I done got tested. I got my plaque and everything. That I think it's drivability. Yeah, I believe it is steering, suspension, brakes, AC.
Yeah.
I'm in all those. This is something I really specialize in AC. That's my cream to the cream. How you say it?
Bread and butter.
Yeah, especially in the summertime. You gotta anybody. You ain't riding around in the heat around here in Texas. And then we got I went to the Bishop Dunn car show. I missed last year because they told me at the wrong. I didn't find out till the. I said I know the car show coming up. Then boom, the car show happened. They didn't email me like they usually do. I went to this Bishop Dunn car show. I got best interest vehicle.
I took the
I took the Elko. And did a big old burnout on the parking lot for the kids. I like going out supporting the kids and family.
Nah, for sure. Especially like kids that like actually doing what y'all doing. So that's the only way to make them,
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff I do with the car and being out is really not for nobody, just for me. Just my pleasure.
Yeah.
I like going out having fun, having racing. I like just enjoying it. I ain't worried about the money part of it and all that shit. That ain't me. It's fun, I like to get some money, but it's a hobby.
Yeah.
So this is my hobby just to keep me going, keep me motivated. Now if I was one of the big dog like NHRA, then I'm in it for the money.
Yeah.
But I'm here for the hobby. and this car keeps me closer to my dad, and
Oh
because he
yeah, bro.
passed away a few years ago. Uh, so that's really why I race. Another reason, just because I'm closer to him every time I get in the car.
Yeah, yeah.
Like right now, my car at the chassis shop. I hate it's there because I'd rather be it here with me because I want
For
to
sure.
look at it, and I got parts coming in for it. I'm just ready to put my own car back.
You got a high caliber car. It ain't always, you know what I'm saying? It
Well,
ain't always gonna be.
it ain't because that was in Louisiana last year, and then now it looks different than that now a little bit, and now 2024 is gonna be a little bit different. It's still gonna be purple,
Okay.
but it's not gonna have that same paint scheme on it. And I'm keeping the paint scheme. I'm gonna wrap it. I wanted to paint it, but my dad did that paint scheme,
Yeah.
so I can't get rid of it. So if I want to change the thing, I can just take the wrap off.
Wait, so that's not a wrap. You took
The,
that for the new,
the new.
Oh, you want to just take it out? Okay, okay. I see.
If I ever want to take like, oh, say forget it. I just want to go back to where it used to
The
be.
original color.
I
Yeah,
could just
okay.
take the wrap off.
I see what you're saying.
But if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
paint it, that's forever gone.
For sure, for sure.
Even though he hated the ugly flame, but it's just something that he did. But there is a new exclusive. Next time y'all will see Purple Rain, she's gonna be a little different.
What about far as like the internals? Like, if you can, I know you got a girl's car though. I don't want you to
The
get too
internals
much.
gonna be different,
Okay, okay, for sure.
and she's still gonna have her flames.
Okay.
Uh, I'm still keeping the bull horns.
I was just going to ask you. I forgot you got bullhorns.
I
And
didn't
I'm
have
looking.
on that. I didn't have bull horns.
Right, but I'm looking at this like it's now.
No,
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
that's not
Okay,
now.
yeah.
That's an older picture.
I forgot you had the bullhorn. Okay, all right, go ahead.
So it is. People was asking me about the bull horns. I'm doing something different with the bull horn, but still gonna have some kind of bull horn.
You ever thought about going to Zoomies?
I thought about zoomies, but the way I'm not a chassis car. I'm still a frame car. And to
Okay.
do the zoomies the proper way, you need to kind of go behind the wheels and all and go down. But in my car, it'd be so tight with the rim and with the frame. I didn't want to do it. Or I can do it like Kamikaze did in his El Camino and go straight out the side. I was gonna do that, but again, I like the side, and I don't like exhaust going up under the car because when I first got my car from my dad, he had the exhaust going up under the car. It's real loud.
Yeah.
It's real loud up
Yeah.
under there. And but if you hear it when it's on the outside, you can still hear if you're having an issue with your motor or car, it's something that's going wrong. Because when it's all the noise up under you, all you feel is the floor vibrating and the noise. I'm hearing the sound is out here, so I can still when I got my helmet on, I can still hear it inside pretty fine.
Like when you're in the car, can you hear when something's wrong?
Yes.
Not idling right or something like that?
Yes, you can hear it. The crazy part when you put the helmet on, it kind of changes your sound of your hearing.
Okay. Yeah.
Like if you ever just stick a helmet on, you in a closed place, you can hear it something different. It's kind of like you got earmuffs, like you can do your hand, like it's kind of like that. So it kind of more focused the sound. It's not you don't hear so much of the outside sound. So I don't hear some stuff in the car when I can hear like my rear end or something making a noise or a drive shaft not right, or I hear the pin angle is wrong and I can hear it just making a noise. I'm like it bothers me. Like, what is this noise? So, but other than that, outside people, you can roll by the car, they can't hear it. All they hear is the loud pipes.
Right.
But being inside in that box, you can hear. So, and that's stuff that us racers got to pay attention to.
Right, for sure.
Because something don't sound right, or the engine making a noise, and you let off the trans brake and you take off. Now you done wrecked out or something came apart. I just kind of pay attention to a lot of issues on my car. That's why you never see me really have no downtime on the track, because I do a lot of maintenance and make sure my car is good before I pull up.
You do a lot of stuff not by yourself, but like you don't have like a big huge.
No, I don't have
team,
I have.
I see you come to yourself by just you and your wife. Oh,
yeah, me and the wife. Robert, when he there, he had me pull up and all and line up. I got my brother Edwin, Edward, and I have a couple other people, but I don't have nobody that's there. Like every time I'm at the track, I'm there at the track.
Yeah.
It's just other than that, it's just me and the wife.
Right.
I'm kind of independent.
Mhm.
Like I said, I built everything here by myself. I don't like depending on people. Uh, and I'm not a big person with a group. Something when I want to go out somewhere, I want to go. I don't have to worry about, hey, you coming or well, if you're not coming, I can't go. So now I got to sit home and look sad and lonely because
Your people ain't going nowhere.
right, and I don't have a big crew, and which is fine. I keep everything closed net so because you can have drama, the issue.
For sure.
But I got a lot of people that's if I need them, I can call. They'll be there.
For sure.
Money or not, they'll just be there because they just like being around. And I have a different outlook on the scene.
Right.
Well, like some races I've seen, they got to have a big crew, 30 some people and all that. And like even when I bet money, I'm not betting. I don't have a crew to put money into the pot. The money that I put in the pot is out of my own pocket. If I can't cover the race, I'm not gonna tell this person I'm not gonna do a race. If I can't cover the bet, whatever, I'm not gonna do it, or I'll tell what I can do it for, because it's coming out of my pocket.
And just letting them know, like you tune, you build, you do all this by yourself. Out of not by yourself, but majority of it by yourself.
Besides the main chassis work to my car, which is Beaver Stat, my guy that does all that. But other than that, I tune, I build. I have my guy Ryan. He's with Future. He helps me out remotely. A couple other guys like Tim Turner, Jimbo used to help me out. But for most part, it's kind of small things. I don't really have nobody going in with the laptop doing anything. I'm the main one. So I wired my whole car with Fuel Tech system. I did all that.
Yeah, the wiring.
I did. Last January, the car was completely gutted, stripped out here, completely gutted, almost frame off. And I sandblast. I had the guy come out here sandblast the whole front, and I wired the car, plumbed everything, tuned it, and I did my own research on how to do the Fuel Tech. I got that wired in, tuned. I mean, I kind of did everything.
Right.
I built my own box and wired everything. That's how I am. And if something go wrong, I don't have to call Tommy that's way over here racing. Hey, what's this doing? My car doing this. Why is this? Oh, where is this wire at? Or something like that. If something wrong, I know exactly because I did everything. So if something wrong, I know where it's at or what to look for. But yeah, I did everything. And not really many people out there are doing it like me. It's weird, but a lot of people out there either paying this person to do this person do this. A lot of people just drive. They own the car and drive. They don't do none of the main stuff.
Right.
I'm kind of all of it.
You got some owners that are higher, which ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right, and this is how it is. Some people either they're getting older or they just don't want to be in that car like that, but they always wanted a car. And there's nothing wrong. It's just different stroke for different folks.
For sure.
It's just me, and since I have a history with this car, I grew up in this car.
Yeah.
So it's like more personal, more better if I do it myself.
How you we're gonna fall back a little bit, like in a few minutes. We'll go
Yep.
a little bit. But how did you? I know me and you was talking like last week. Was it Road Shop?
Yeah, Road Shop.
And you was telling me this is your dad's car. So your dad used to race back in the Gap too.
Yes, a lot of people know him as Kevin Nelson. They also know him as his shop name KKK. Kevin's KKK. Kevin Crazy Customs. That was his shop name then, and that was on his shirts. Kevin it's Kevin's Crazy Customs, so it was KKK. So if you ever met him, man, he was a jokester, and he always had the people crazy, laughing and crazy, making jokes. But he's old school. He used to race a Yellow Bell in Kennedale, and everybody know for this car. He always been around racing his car. He also used to own the truck wash, unique truck wash, unique custom truck wash over there on Bonneview and 20 behind the TA. So it's still there now. But he owned that truck wash, so that's a lot of people in the racing community also know him from that too.
So he had several businesses. Is that where you get like your mentality from?
I
Like
guess
a business?
from him and my granddad. They the same. I think from him and my granddad. And a lot of people, well, you don't know if you know because you're not original here, but but the Hood started at his shop.
Talk to me.
So
Okay.
with Ethan and all them, they used to have they had a little picnic stuff in the back and like it used to be a swap meet. So the Hood picnic started off as a swap meet stuff in the back of my dad's truck wash company.
Like a motor swap?
Yeah, like parts, like like you have all your old parts and car parts, the swap meet and stuff. Uh, I think Ethan said it on a couple of interviews. I think he told you, but you can ask him.
No, I believe. No.
Yeah,
I just
you can ask him. But it started there.
Yeah, I just man, he probably did. I'm thinking like I don't remember saying that on my video because I was trying to get so in depth.
So when he said it on because it started at the truck wash, and then it went from there to start having an actual race thing at Cedar Creek.
Oh, he did. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, they started having at Cedar Creek.
Yeah, okay. We in the same boat. Okay.
Yeah, and went to Cedar Creek, then it went to XRP and all that. But yeah, it started off at Cedar Creek, and then they also went to Ennis too. Uh, but yeah, it originally started the whole Hood to Hood group, Facebook group, and everything started with at the truck wash. And they used to have the cars there. It's like they used to have the picnic, all the people like a swap meet on the side, and sometimes they go on the side because it was just 18 wheelers come through there, and they used to race and do little stuff on the side street of the parking lot with Dad's shop. So a lot of people don't know. I was always around, but I was also going through life stuff too. So I wasn't there in the main for a lot of people might say I ain't never seen you with him or not, bro, because I had my own life stuff going on, and he had the shop and all that, so we was all in this life.
Too, though.
You're younger, yeah, but I was still around. I was still helping out with the motor and everything. Yeah, I'm on me 37. I'm still young.
So how old were you when your dad had his business?
Well, like I said, that was recently. He passed away a couple years ago, and he sold the shop a couple years before that. So, I mean, I was still in my 20s and stuff.
So what were you doing when he was doing all that? You were working, or
I was working at different shops. I was working at Napai, which is around the corner, building utility trucks. And I was also working at a couple other shops. And I was also doing DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, Instacart, Shipped, Favor.
What is Favor? What is it?
Favors, that's what you're doing. You're doing favor for people. It's kind of like DoorDash. You go to 7-Eleven or you go to different places. Say, hey, can you go pick up this for me? And they pay you like that. Or pick up this food. So you actually got to call in the order for food and do all that. So that's what I was doing all that. I was hustling. I was hustling and doing that along with working on cars, coming home, trying to keep my ex-wife back then and family and everything going, trying to do all that. So, and yeah, even before that, I used to be homeless back in 2009, 8, 9. 8, 9.
If you want to talk about it.
Oh, it's fine. Me and my child's mother, then, which she stays with me now, just going through life stuff. Money wasn't working good. Couldn't afford the rent and everything at the house we was in, and she wasn't working, so I was pretty much doing everything.
In 2009, you was how old were you?
I don't know. What's calculated? 37 minus that, so.
Yeah,
I was 20.
I put it in the video.
20 something.
20 something. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
I ain't good at math.
Probably around 23, 24.
Okay, your early 20s, basically.
Yeah, early 20s.
All right, go ahead.
So just going through life, and I pretty much we stayed with my mom, we stayed with my brother in a little room by herself, and she was pregnant at the time. Stayed different hotel rooms every day. We were going to different hotel rooms. Stayed in the U-Haul trailer. I used to work at U-Haul too, so sometimes I would stay in the truck after we close, or I go back up,
Like the back of the.
or the back truck, or sleep inside the cab,
Yeah,
and and yeah. So we was going around, and I didn't have no place. I didn't have a car. I was catching the bus.
You catch your bus to go to your jobs and
Hmm
go to your work.
And then or go out there to her mom's house, her mom apartment. Her mom them stayed out there in Mesquite, well, Pleasant Grove. Yeah, Pleasant Grove. So it was a struggle back then. Yeah, it was a struggle all up until 2019. I was struggling like crazy. Uh,
I'm glad you put that in there too, because like, and that's another reason why I'm doing the segment, man. Because I know we all got like a history of tragedies or something that happened in our life. Because I don't want them to see like, oh, you got this nice shop and this car, but they don't know the back end. You know what I'm saying? So
I worked my butt off to get here. I was I was behind on child support. I gonna say I was behind. I couldn't afford this. Child support was taking 65% of my check, so I couldn't really live. So think about it. Let's say you're getting $1,000, you only get 600. But rent, you got rent and all this other stuff. So now I had to work more jobs. Yeah, extra jobs to make up the bills to pay for that part. And you don't even get to see it. They take it out as soon as you get paid. They take it out of your check.
So it's automatic.
Automatic.
I don't know about child support, but it's
They take it automatically.
God.
Now, that's especially if you're getting behind, or it depends how the stuff's set up. But they can find where you're working at and take it out automatically. So imagine for years I was getting half my. I had to work a lot because a lot of my checks were getting taken.
Yeah.
Almost instantly. So I was gonna come home sometime with $300 checks, 3 or 4. Yeah.
You working your butt out. So when you was going through all that, did you ever have times like doubt of just like saying, just man, forget life or anything like that? Cause you telling me you homeless, you living in these halls, you going from hotel to hotel, motel to motel. Like, but what was going through your head, bro? Like,
I kind of was, but see, I'm a different generation. That just pushed me more to work harder.
For sure.
To keep going. Because at the end of I had goals in my life and I had stuff to look back for. It was hard. I cried, and then I just I talked to the man upstairs, and it was like it was just hard. Didn't know what to do. And I even got so desperate I started doing these payday loan stuff, and going to Cash America and these other ones. The sad thing is they don't tell you about it, you'll never pay them off if you pay what they want you to pay.
Right.
So I had to. The only way to pay them off is pay them the money I took. So I had to get all that at one time and pay it. That's the only because not the interest.
The interest rate.
That 100%, 80% interest rate, whatever the cost. Yeah, yeah. So it was hard, and a lot of my family didn't even know I was down this bad because I didn't really talk to them. I was kept to myself.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna touch on that too.
So I no, but none of my family really knew that how deep that was.
Were you embarrassed, or you was just like, man, I ain't no use to tell. I know some people like, man, I'm kind of embarrassed. Some people like, man, no use to telling y'all ain't gonna help me. So
it's embarrassed, but it's also like one of those like, y'all not really help, and also it's just like I'm gonna figure it out. I'm a Gemini, so I'm gonna figure it out.
For sure.
So, and I did. Like I said, I worked at different shops. I worked with Rob McDonald's shop at E&M Auto for a while too. But
yeah.
So like we used to work together. Now we work together. I used to work for him. Now I got my own stuff now. But I just kept going there. Even trying to find a job. Even going to a job interview. Got rolled by the cops and got another ticket for going to the interview, trying to speed there. So you got all this stuff breaking you down. You got, yeah. Then I found the job, Radio Shack, going to work. Somebody was towing a car, and their car came off the tow truck and hit my car, totaled my car out on the highway. So you had all this stuff just
That's
going
when you
on.
got a car. That's when you first got a car. Or?
No, that wasn't my first car. I had a couple of cars, but that's when I was working at Radio Shack.
Okay.
I used to work at Radio Shack.
I know you said.
But my first car, my first vehicle was 80. Is it 85 or 86 Suburban? Chevy Suburban. So I had a big body.
Yeah.
Gas guzzler. Get the gas guzzler. That was my baby though. And actually, everybody in the family had one. I think my mama had a red one. We had the blue one. My granddad had a brown one. Yeah, so we all had Suburbans. And my stepdad at the time, he had a couple of them too. So the square body Suburban, the big ones.
Yeah, I know.
The 80 model. So yeah. They're my babies.
Train.
Yeah.
My godfather used to call it train. Big train.
It's big train, big boat.
Yeah.
And mine's, it had the extra third row seat in the back and all that. You can just sit back there. Yes.
You suited out or nothing? Suited up?
I started putting the system and everything in it.
I knew you were gonna say. I knew either you gonna say a system or some wheels.
I had some wheels on it. I had some baby dating, some baby little 15s on there, and it was the Mexican style, so they stick out wide in the truck. But it set real nice. It was blue. It was dark blue. My mom had got to paint that Mako. But we had that old Suburban for a while, and then I was going to Lincoln Tech at the same time, and I was coming up the 408 hill. So if you leave Summit coming here, you go up that 408 hill, and it spun a bearing going up that hill. Mm-hmm. So again, I couldn't afford to get it all fixed up and all that, and I ended up selling to one of them cash car peoples to get some money for it.
Right.
So and then I got a couple other cars, but so that's the reason I got rid of that one. Didn't want to. I had the motor. I was gonna build a new motor for it, but.
That's your favorite car?
That's one of them.
Your favorite truck, yeah.
My favorite car is that's a 55. But I really like the 57. Chevy Nomad.
So you had that one? You had that too?
No. Oh. Hopefully one day, one year.
No, I'm saying that's your favorite car that you had.
Oh, favorite car I had was that, and then I had my Cobalt. Well, my favorite 3 car that I had was my RX-7, 85 RX-7, my Suburban, and my Cobalt, my 05 Cobalt, which I special ordered, waited 3 months to get it. That's when they first came out. That's when they went from a Cavalier to the Cobalt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Chevy. Oh.
So, yeah. So that's when they stopped making the Cavalier and made the Cobalt.
Yeah.
And it was.
Grandma had one. Yeah. Grandma, my dad's like, yeah.
It got the Cobalt. I had a Cobalt SS, so it was supercharged. The first 2 model years they had was supercharged. After that, they started making turbo.
Yeah.
But we had the one I special made it with the seats and the colors. It was red. She never got red.
Not red.
We used to race that car. We used to meet up at Sam's Club on 20 and Wheatland, right here in the hood over here on Sundays. So we used to park a lot pimp over there. And then after when we got a certain time of night, we go in front of Carter or different places. We ride around and go street racing. So, Slack, you heard of Slack? He does big wheels. When you start coming around, he started doing big wheels. They also call him Anthony Johnson. That's the real name, Anthony Johnson. But his son got a big wheel seat, square body red truck with silver wheel. Me and him used to work together. Well, Pony with the silver G6. He raced it a couple weeks ago. All the time.
If I see the car, I know who it is.
Well, we all used to be all together meeting up at the Sam Club, and Anthony had a little old Nissan Sentra, square body Nissan Sentra, old one, and he was tearing our ass up. He got flames come out the tailpipe. But we was always racing them cars. That's why I started racing with them. And I had that Cobalt, and well, the cops didn't like red, so they got me. And we were racing one time in Royal Lane. We used to race street race Royal Lane back then. Yeah. And the cops was on the helicopters with us and got me pulled over and took to jail.
Oh.
So it was about 30 of us in the jailhouse together.
How old were you at the time?
I was probably around about 21. The 21, yeah, because that was like 05. That was about 05, 06. So I graduated in 04, so I was about 20.
Oh, shoot. So you went to jail? They had the police?
Man, they had the helicopters on us, man.
The helicopters with the spotlight?
The spotlight. I was on the highway rolling. I was going home. I seen them come. Everybody break out. They got me. I have a red car. Red stands out to anybody.
Yeah.
And they had the spotlight on me. And, And I just pulled on over, get out the car, and all this mess.
So how long you go to jail for?
Man, I was in there for about, I ain't went there for the full day. But got out of there.
Okay. Yeah,
I
for
bundled
sure.
out. And I was in the, not Lulu, but I was downtown, but I was in we call it a hotel room, but it's another place to name, but it used to be right there next to the Greyhound. It's an old hotel. We was in there. And that's probably a few I missed them in because that was the same year that Dallas started making street racing a Class B misdemeanor.
Oh, it was just a misdemeanor. Oh shoot! Now they didn't do it.
Yeah, it's even worse. It's almost the same as DWI. Almost.
Did they impound your car too?
Yeah, I had to go pay to get that out. That was like $300 and something dollars.
Back then,
That was a lot of money.
that was a lot. I know it's a lot. I mean, man, for $300 just to get your car back, man, that's a lot.
Plus the bond.
How much was the bond?
The bond was like, I think it was like $1,500, $2,000. So it was like a $5,000 bond.
Oh yeah,
You pay half or 10%, something like that out of it.
I think it's 10 or 20.
Yeah, yeah, do that. Then you got I was on a 1 year probation, deferred probation. So as long as I ain't do nothing for a year, it won't be on my record and stuff, all that. So yeah, I had to go report. Got to report in every week to the PO. Couldn't get no tickets. Couldn't do one. Couldn't go out of town. Couldn't do nothing.
So let's backtrack. You got any sisters?
I have one sister. I have one older sister. And I have one older brother.
Okay. One older, so you the baby.
I'm the baby.
So when you was going through all that, you didn't tell none of your sisters, your brothers?
Well, see, my sister, was she still here? I think she was still here. But she moved to Arkansas with her husband.
Okay.
My brother, I think he kind of knew, but we kind of backtracked. I didn't know I had a brother until I was about to 2002, 2001, 2002. Okay. So he knocked on my granddad's door when I was staying with my granddad. I didn't know I had a brother on my dad's side.
Okay.
Didn't know. So we started getting closer then. And my sister, we never really stayed in the same house. Like she stayed with my grandma, and I stayed with my mama. So I was with my mama all the time. So we was close, but we wasn't like some sibling who's born like we with each other every day. We wasn't that close.
Your parents were divorced.
Yes. Well, we got different daddies.
Okay.
So yeah, we got different daddies, and my brother, we got different mamas.
You would say you were more closer to your mom or your dad?
I was more close to my granddad.
Granddad was okay.
I was close to my granddad. He the one that guided me where I am now and taught me stuff and got me in the cars.
Cause it was your granddad, not your dad, that got you.
My granddad.
What's something that your granddad taught you?
Well, he taught me how to pay attention to stuff on cars. He taught me. He the one that got me into AC. He the one also taught me about carburetors. So he told me a lot of little stuff. My granddad don't talk too much. He'll bullshit you a lot and whatever. But I pay attention to what he was doing and what he was showing me about cars. And he taught me a lot. And I'm one of the many people that can work on carburetors. Yeah. And tune carburetors. Everybody now free injection or they want to go by computer. I can look at a car, listen to a car, and tell you what's wrong with it, and what's going on with it. So I kind of learned from him because he's old school. So that's how we was at the house on Marsalis, Keeks and Marsalis in Oak Cliff. So I learned from him. He's the one that also gave me my nickname, which is Scooter. A lot of people don't know that, but that's my nickname. But he gave me, that's like, it's one of them nicknames your family don't call you. Yeah. But you better not. You better not. You better not. But he gave me my nickname when I was born. And so I've been up under him pretty much all my life. And then my stepdad, Kevin, my stepdad, came along and he was there pretty much too my whole life. So there's the main father figures I had in my life.
Your stepdad, your granddad,
and my granddad.
And your dad.
No, just my
Okay.
Kevin is my stepdad.
Oh, okay.
So he basically was the dad in my life.
Right.
Uh,
About your biological dad wasn't in your
correct, and I
life.
don't know the whole story about that, but he's in Kern, Texas. Me and him been talking a lot more. He's in a nursing home now, but I'm getting closer to my side of that family owner, and I communicate with them a lot now.
Yeah.
So I don't know the whole story, whatever.
You
But
never try to just figure out what it was, or
still working on that.
kind of like just let it be. If it comes to you,
If it comes,
yeah,
come. Not, I let it
for
be.
sure.
But as you get older, you kind of see stuff, reality.
Nah, for sure.
So you just kind of put two and two together and keep it going like that. That's how I am. Well, what else we got? My mind's going.
Oh no, it's good. No, you good. You good. You good.
uh, yeah, that's how I am with that. My mom, she was always there,
Yeah,
supporting me in what I got going on. Uh, Another thing unique about me is I BMX.
but bike racing,
No, I freestyle BMX, so I ride the ramps
right?
and
Yeah.
ride the ledges. I don't race. I ride the ramp and do tricks on the bikes.
The bike. Oh, yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I do that kind of stuff.
So that's the stuff you do like outside of racing,
That's
like
That's when I was younger.
before you started racing.
And moved up. I still do it every now and then, but I donated my bike to a kid, uh, that needed a bike. They had a competition going on. I donated my bike to them for the competition. My buddy Zach, he was held in a class for BMX for bike for kids, and I donated my bike to him. And I've been having that bike since I was a little kid.
Oh, okay.
That bike, I worked for that bike. I cut grass and I did people's lawns to pay for that bike. That bike was $600 something dollars. And think about this: $600 for a I was in middle school. Yeah, middle school. So I put that bike on Layaway and B&B Bicycles in Tyler, not in Tyler, in Oak Cliff, on Tyler. I put that bike on Layaway. So I was working cutting grass and doing lawns and paying that to pay for my bike. My mom was to spend on $500 on the bike.
That's a lot of money back then.
Yeah,
But now I bet that bike worth
this
well.
is they still high.
Yeah.
You buy $1,000 so more. I bought it as a complete. So now you can buy a piece of pieces, but I started off with BMX and biker. And I cut grass. I worked my butt off doing that. So, and I got that bike, and me and the homies would go downtown and ride our bikes and ride on the ramps or go down the street. And I used to get on the train from Oak Cliff and get on the Westmoreland station and go all the way to Plano and Eisenberg. So that's about an hour ride on the train.
Yeah.
So on the train from Oak Cliff to the beginning of the train where it first starts to the almost to Plano. But I BMX along with fixing cars and doing racing and all that.
They got a skate park right down the street from my house in Fort Worth. It's like right down the street, right off of Jennings or Hentfield Street.
I think that was not so long ago.
Yeah, I think they just.
It's concrete, ain't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. They just built it, like because it wasn't there when I moved here.
Yeah.
They just built it like a couple months ago.
Yeah, I got that one. They got one in Arlington. Another free one in Arlington. But I use BMX. And I'm real good at it. I even post some videos. Sometimes I post videos of my old BMX stuff, riding around and riding the ramps. And I worked my butt off for that bike. I also used to fix my friends' bikes, and that's how I made money like that too by fixing their bikes.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was in Oak Cliff. We were coming out of Dead Man Curve Hill. Came down the hill so fast, my brakes went out, and it was a straight turn.
Yeah.
And hit that doing curve and flew off around, and then wheel just flew. The wheel just crumbled up and everything. Well, that was road rash. Yeah, we used feet. That didn't work. When you pumping full hard and going down that hill, and man, you ain't stopping. And I done had another issue when one of my friends almost got killed. We was in There's another curve in Oak Cliff when I was going to school, and we was riding our bikes. I went down the hill first. It was a cross street. It was a hill and a cross street. When I was going down the hill, I went through fine, but I seen this car coming. By the time I looked back, my buddy was coming right behind me, and he got T-boned by that car. Flew him out. It gave him brain damage and everything. I was like, man, it was pretty bad. Come out there, you see him on the ground. I just ran back home, called him out. Like, I went to his mama house and got him. But yeah, it was pretty. I've been through some stuff, man. You have my grandma, my great grandma. No, my great grandma. Yeah, she'll be 100 this Sunday coming up.
Your great grandma?
My granddad's mother. Yeah.
Oh, that's a blessing still. Your great, great grandma. That's great. Yeah, that's a blessing.
I still got my grandma.
Oh, I forgot how young you are.
Yeah. But shit, still blessing down there. I still got my grandma, my granddaddy, my great grandma.
Oh yeah, that's a blessing, man.
So
That's a blessing.
my granddaddy almost by 80, my grandma by 80, and she's turning 100 next week. So
Would y'all throw a party for her?
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna do something for her next week, and uh, I think the state is giving her out a plaque or something like that to the 100. I can't remember what they call it, but she reached 100 years old. Hmm. And there's some other stuff that she's getting that we did and reached out to people, and they did. So yeah, when you get to 100, man, that's a long, that's a lot.
So, backtracking. So when your dad, when he passed away, did it affect you a lot?
It did. It hurt me hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurt me hard, and cause he used to be up here all the time with me when he ain't doing nothing, working on these cars up here, helping me out. Cause sometimes I was working in the shop by myself
Mm-hmm.
when I was in between techs. So he come up here, help me out, do some stuff, and we always have a little bond we just have, and he'll come mess with me,
Yeah.
just doing stuff. It's always trip you out, but then when you don't hear from him, you're like, okay, where he at? 'Cause my wife, she's always asking where he at, cause he really family orientated,
Yeah.
you know, and because he had his daughter and his granddaughter too, and they stayed together on their side. But we still close too. Um, but he's a jokester, and me and him always talk crap to each other.
Yeah.
We talk crap to each other, but that's how we was. It was good crap. But like he'll tell you some stories, and he just stop you to talk. Hey, let me tell you, did you do? He just going off, and he just start laughing. So I mean, it just be trippy, but it'd be funny though.
Yeah.
You know, and uh, when he had that accident, I didn't know about it until I looked on Facebook and I seen a picture and somebody said Kev just wrecked out. What you mean? I looked at the picture and they always say you ever have accidents within 2 miles of your house.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that.
So you know what IBOC is, right?
IBOC?
Yeah. Ricky Rush Church. Okay, you know 6-7 and you know 6-7 is, right? Highway 6-7.
I think so. Yeah.
And 20. Well, anyway, over there, I stay in Dunkerville, so he's literally my house is over here. The wreck was over here. His house is over here. So in in all the accidents happened within 2 miles of each other. But so he was riding with his buddy. It was on the Sunday. He was riding with his buddies, and it was at Red Lobster over there on 20 and Cocker Hill Road. And one of those guys that he was with, it was all on their motorcycles. One of the guys he was with needed some jumper cables. My pops, he stayed around not too far. He said, I got some jumper cables with him. So he's going to ride to his house and give the guy the jumper cable.
Yeah.
Well, this was around by 8:30 so o'clock, somewhere around that time. Well, on his way back, he was in first gear. He was taking off. And as soon as he took off, it was about 15, 20 mile per hour. Right there, some drunk driver in an Acura TL came, ran the red light T-boner, knocked him off his bike. a witness that was on the site said, cause he didn't have his helmet on, cause he was just going around the corner.
Yeah.
They said they seen it hit him, and it hit him from here down. It hit him back, crushed peppers, hit him, and he was able to pick himself out the street, crawl to the grass, and just laid out there. But so he never made it back to the Red Lobster to give the guy the booster cables, because he was going there to give him the booster cables for his motorcycle to help him out.
Right.
So yeah, so he laid there and they tried to fix him up, but since he didn't have his helmet on, he already had like a plate in his head already.
Yeah.
But since he didn't have a helmet on, it really just messed him up and he went brain dead. So that was really traumatizing, you know. And I passed that spot all the time, and it hurt me for a while to even pass that spot. But that's what happened with him. And I have his bike back there. I went to the pound and picked it up, and you can see because the gauge stopped it right at 23 miles per hour when he got hit. And he was just he was still in first gear. He didn't get to switch second gear yet, so I don't think he really seen the guy.
The dude that was driving, was he drunk or
he was drunk?
Yeah,
he was a drunk driver, and he got out and started smoking a cigarette.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. He didn't try to help him or he didn't...
Nope. So that was pretty bad, and that hurt me. I mean, that hurt me bad, and I was able to be there when we had to make the call.
Yeah, yeah.
So
he was just brain dead.
They fixed this. Some of the people there. They fixed half his body because he got crushed. Because that's where the car hit him.
Right.
And it crushed all his pelvic and all his organs was crushed. Mm-hmm. Leg was jacked up, all that. From the upper body, he was all right.
Yeah.
But just the lower body, from where he was sitting on the motorcycle and the bumper of the car hit him. Yeah. And he got brain dead when he hit his head. Yeah. So they fixed that, but you know, after they fixed the main stuff, they do them tests to see if you got any brain activity.
Yeah.
Nope, no activity.
So after that, like,
so he gave me the car prior to that accident because he couldn't really race like he wanted to.
Right.
Finances and just life stuff. So I got it from him because he always knew I wanted the car. I've been raced. I like being around the car, and we used to use that car to go cut lawns and pressure wash for the business.
Oh.
So that car I used to ride in on weekends, go pressure washing or go cut some grass. We put some lawnmowers in the back, or cause we had a trailer here, we pulled a trailer and go pressure wash 18-wheelers and stuff.
Yeah.
In parking lots. So I had the car, and it's also a traumatized because he only got to see me race. Well, he got to see me race a few times, but the last time he seen me race that car, I was almost in an accident.
Yeah.
And at Ennis, and that was the last time he got to see because by that time I got the car back running, he had the accident, so he never got to see me make another good pass again in that car. And that's another reason why we don't really like going to Ennis too much. I like Ennis, but we don't like going to Ennis because that's the last time that he was able to see me race there.
Kind of emotional.
Yeah. And why she really don't like going that track. Right. She really don't like going that track because she was also there too recording when I spun out from the hose busted and I was spinning the track all the way down and barely missed the wall by this much.
How long ago?
3.5, 4 years ago. And it was it was a private test session day.
Oh,
okay. Actually, it didn't even look like that. No, it didn't look like that. Yeah. So that's where that's from. And so after all that, that's what keeps me motivated to race.
Okay.
Because racing the car for him. Right. That's what motivated to race. His ashes are in the car with me.
Oh,
His ashes in the car. There's a necklace hanging in the car. That's his ashes.
Oh, okay, okay.
So if you ever look in the car, there's a necklace hanging.
Okay, okay.
Now I used to have a big old picture that we had at the funeral service behind the back seat. That was in the seat.
Yeah.
So it was a picture of him.
Right, right, right.
So he used to be in the back seat all the time. We finally got it out because we had to do something to it, man. But we couldn't tell you how we got the picture in there.
Yeah, because it's a big, huge picture.
We couldn't tell you how we got it in there, but we got it in there. And we barely could get it back out without folding and everything.
Right.
But we got it out. But he rides with me in the car.
Didn't know that. So y'all cremated him, and once y'all cremated him, y'all put the ashes in the car, so he ride with you every time.
Yes. So we have our necklace. Okay. Me and my sister and all, we all have necklaces with his ashes in it. He's in the car with me all the time. And I have a flower, a vase with his ashes in it. Like I got a picture of his ashes in it, and we have a couple of purple flowers. And purple's his favorite color.
Yeah.
And his ashes in there, so it looked like he's growing the flower.
Oh, okay. So that's why y'all never changed the color.
That's why we never changed the color, because it's just that's the card everybody knows. That paint scheme.
Yeah. And that's your dad's favorite
color.
Okay.
Purple's his favorite color. Okay. So.
Did you want to stop racing after he passed away, or did you ever just?
Never thought about stop racing.
Okay.
Because I always wanted to race.
Right.
But at the time, I couldn't afford the race car, that. So this car was kind of give it to me beforehand, So I was like, so that's what people say, that car too heavy. Why don't you get another car? And I could, but
that one got some sentimental.
It got sentimental value to me. So,
well, I guess my question is not necessarily stop racing. Just you ever thought about just, you ever had a lack of motivation to race after he?
When he passed, this kicked me into another gear.
Okay.
So, from the time I got this car, he raced at Yellow Belly, to now it's a whole 360 on what it is. And I done took the program to another level. And because for me, from what stuff I know he would say and how he would act with seeing the car how it is.
Yeah.
He'll cuss me out, but he also be happy and proud.
Right.
Because he always wanted his car a certain way. Now he's talking about you don't change my damn car and all this. But I know he would still be proud.
Right.
And he always got a thing he always say, stay safe.
Sure.
So that's his word, stay safe. So he always say that. And if you knew him, if y'all was leaving and spreading out, like you for to go your way, he always tell you, right, later, blah, 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 and stay safe. That's what he say. So that just motivated more to keep this car going. And to keep the way I race, keeping him in me.
Right.
Because, like I said, I don't race for big money and all that. I don't mind, but I don't need to. I race to have fun.
Right.
And just to keep the old schoolness of racing together. Run what you run.
Okay.
Keep the kids into it. If kids want to sit in my car, they can sit in and start. I don't care. Take pictures. This year I signed my first autograph.
Oh shoot!
So that
getting famous,
I get, man. And the kid drove 2 hours away. I think he was in Killeen. Came out there, and he came to my trailer, and we keep contact every now and then. I'm like, this make me feel some kind of way. I'm doing something. So
I wonder how did he you didn't know him, or how did he know your car?
I guess just seen me around on different social media stuff, and people record.
Yeah.
He said he go to some track sometimes. He get to see me around because I travel.
Yeah.
And I guess just people to see me around.
Well,
and Instagram and all that too.
That leads me to my next question, man. You kind of just touched on it. How has racing changed since you've been racing to now? Like racing or grudge racing, whatever.
Man, it's steepy to death. Social media messed it up.
And I just want to say this too. One thing I like about you is like a lot of people probably not gonna agree with me, or not even agree with me, but like they ain't gonna see where I'm coming from. But like one thing about you get on the internet, man, you ain't finna go back and forth with nobody. You ain't finna argue. Hey man, be at SRP Sunday. You want to grudge race? Yes or no? If not, I'm just gonna go there and test and tune. Like you don't race for you don't have to buy the pot. You don't have to race for no
I don't have a minimum.
$10,000.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But I'm saying like you don't have to buy it though.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You just, I mean, I'm be at SRP Sunday. You want to race? If not, it's cool. I'm gonna go there and test. You
I'm
know
gonna be
what
there
I'm saying?
anyway. Yeah.
So that's what made me ask that question too, because like I just know how you move, which I respect.
Mm.
But like, what's changed since you've been racing?
Social media. We didn't have when we originally started racing. All that social media wasn't as big then. We didn't really have social media that much. You had YouTube. People like Jay Schaefer. We watch his videos and everything. But social media kind of brought people out to make it ugly, and they make you like talk crap to you like it ain't nothing, and they try to make it a big thing to try to be known. I put it like that, and then they have all these different stipulations. They want to stip you to death. People start recording your phone, recording and looking at the times on your car, trying to see how fast you going. So they look at the time you trap and all this to see and try to get your car, predict your car and all this. But social media just kind of made it messed up and kind of hurt stuff. Used to be you can walk with the people, hey, you want to race, and all that. Now you got to make a big story about it, or you got to, be all the people facing everything.
You said something about stipping.
They stip. They want you. Ah man, I don't want to race. You got big blocks. Give me something for it. Give me a 1-on-1 and all this. I'm like, just because I got a big block don't mean nothing. It's all about tuning. You can look at my motor all day, but if you don't tune it right or you don't get your car set up right, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Your car can be real slow.
Right.
And
some small blocks, remember?
Some small blocks run like big. Some small blocks are big blocks, but
to a certain extent,
some small blocks are 500 some cubic inches. That's big block standard to me. Anything over 400 something is a big block. And from my growing up, 454, 396, and all those were big blocks. Now you got a 400 something cubic inch small block. Like the LS, you can get a 427 LS motor, and that's still considered a small block.
LSS is a 427.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they got the TRE motors out here. They're a small block, but the damn heads are bigger than my heads in my big block. But everybody want to stip you, and everybody trying to, pardon the language, trying to fuck, pretty much. They just trying to get somebody for nothing.
Yeah.
And I see some of that. I mean, I done been stipped like that sometimes, but I just charge for the game, keep going.
Right.
That's how I look at it. At the end of the day, I'm still my mind. I'm trying to have fun. If I win or lose, as long as I go down the track and I ain't hitting the walls, nothing, I'm good. I'm happy. If the car can go to A to B, I'm happy. As long as it ain't spinning, I'm happy. But I did have a problem with that car. Hopefully we got that fixed.
Yeah.
But I was struggling. But again, I'm doing it all by myself.
Right.
So I'm learning from what I got.
What's that saying? The turtle always wins the race.
Yeah, it's good because the rabbit, you might be the fastest sometimes, but they don't always get you.
Right.
But I tune the car, and then I have my signature flames coming out the car.
Mm-hmm.
Purple flames coming out. And people always try, how you do it? I can't. It's a tuning.
Well, you got some healthy. You be having some healthy flames. When
the TSV just posted a video on Instagram and YouTube the other day.
I seen.
Yeah, my big flames coming out of there.
Yeah, it was some healthy flames. Like from me learning, when they red, that means they burning some up, and when they blue, they doing something right, basically.
You want them kind of like a bluish purplish.
Yeah.
If it's red, you got a problem. It's hot.
Burning something up.
Something's gonna burn up. You might start seeing spark plugs and piston coming out. Little sparks coming out of it. You want to keep it around that purple or bluish flame. You might see a little white glow when it first come out.
Yeah.
But if it starts being red, then you got problems. Actually, I think one of the pictures, I think that picture there has it on there. Yes. It's not Tina, it's another guy out there in Houston. That's his picture. It might be one of Tina's. I can't remember. It's one of them. I think it might be Tina's.
It's somebody, but it look healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy. So that's my signature thing. I can't say how much nitrous spraying, but it's nitrous. My memory?
Your most memorable moment
of me racing or me watching somebody else race?
I really want you.
For me,
but if you want to be
the most memorable moment really is just when I
Well,
I do a lot of grudge race, and I do a lot of grudge race, and sometimes I'm starting some other race, but man, it's
yeah.
so many. I think one of the main races oh when I went to Houston and I raced Smitty in his Nova, and that's one of them. That's one. But I raced Smitty in his Nova, and I say me and him was like this the whole trip. The whole I'm looking at him like we looking at each other. We looking. I'm like he chased. We thought we were gonna hit another kid, but I won. But it was like, I like races like that when we just sitting there looking at each other,
Yeah.
and it's like it's what it is. Then
It was the HMP.
that was an HMP.
Ooh, I had some.
We had some good. We had, and barely pulled a shoot. But man, that was one of my memories. Me and Smitty ran, and another one as recently was this year that I really enjoyed. I lost, but I didn't lose by much. I lost by a bumper. That's when me and Sal in the Mustang, the purple Mustang, King Artoon there, long hair and all that.
Oh,
The youngsters.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
If you seen me in his race, that was one of my fastest races. Not my fast, but that was one of my fastest races. And me, that was recently at XRP.
What was that? That was the SRP.
It was XRP. Me and him raced. It was an event. I can't remember which one it was at this moment. It was at an event recently. But when he raced, I say we was like, I was, the race is on the spectrum. In my car, I'm thinking that he got way more motor than me. And when I raced, I proved him that basically I wasn't a punk bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And my little motor stayed with him the whole, like again, I love these side by side races. We were just side by the whole time. And even people behind me and around, they didn't know, nobody knew who won the race until the light came on. Because even the King Artoon camp, everybody, they was like, they started running, they started like, wait a minute. Because we was both right here. I shifted his shit, we still pulling. We was right there the whole time. We were like two purple cars. He got the dark purple, I got a light purple. We both, I think the only time he treed me, and that's how I lost. The mount I lost with the tree is the mount that he trapped me with. And because even the video from the side, like you look at it, nobody knew who won until we trapped. I didn't know if I won. Like we were just the whole time. We left together, and he left just a hair number sooner than I did.
Yeah, that was a close race. I remember that. That was a close race.
I
wasn't expecting to be that close. I remember that. Yep.
And that was a good one. And a lot of people, I gained a lot of respect on that race. A lot of people started coming up to me and about that. And, it's just like, I'm here by myself, though. He got a whole crew.
Yeah.
I'm by myself.
But how did it make you feel when people started coming? I bet that makes you feel a certain type of way, man.
Man, it does. It gets you right here.
Yeah.
And
especially after that kid, too. So.
After that race, that just gets you some kind of way. I mean, that's what I do it for. I want these races like that because that makes me good. Like I said, win or lose. If I lost, I did lose, but I felt good about that race.
Right.
I didn't lose because I spun a tire or I made a mistake on something. No, that was it. It wasn't my all out, but that was a good safe tune, and it worked. Didn't work all the way like I wanted to, but that was I was happy about that race, and it really was.
That was a close race.
I wish I had the damn GoPros. I think he had one, but I wish I had some other GoPro. You could just see. It was amazing. That's what I do it for. I do it for shit like that. I do it for the kids. I do it for my kids, my daughter Gabby, because she's getting into race. She likes seeing me going to the track. Gabby is the boy that I never had, so I have all girls.
Yeah.
So Gabby is that's my road dog right there. So she'll come to the track. Dad, we going to the track. We going to the track. Dad, we going to the track. We can drive by a track. She know where they at. And she get mad when we don't go.
How old is she?
Gabby is 4. She's about to be 5. She love the track.
Yeah, that was the one that came Brody?
Yes, that was Gabby. She liked being around cars and all that, and she didn't really like the noises too much, but she has her little headphones. So So she be around that. That's my work. She help me work on the car. She wipe my wheels and all, make sure they're clean. Dad, can I wipe the wheels like before you go? You sure can. She goes. She want to make sure the car clean or do something for it. She always want to be there and help. Kind of like I was when I was a kid. So that's my life. Uh, but she's always want to be there. So even her favorite place is Summit. She likes Summit. Dad, we going to the car store today. On Summit, go on 20.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause we
Yeah, yeah,
and yeah, Arlington Grand Prairie, yeah, borderline. She
yeah.
loved going to Summit. So she got her own little tool set and all that cars and everything.
Oh, so she out.
She gets spoiled. My mama buys stuff from Summit all the time because she like Bigfoot.
Mm.
So she like the Bigfoot trucks and all that. And Summit got the little cards for kids to tell them. That's a book. I mean, that tells the kids parts of a car.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't know that.
So they got little books that tell you like turbo, how to say it, turbo or spark plug and all that. So she got the whole collection of those books. And she comes up, she want to read it. So she can tell you, she can look at the car, she'll tell you that's a turbo or a spark plug or that's the engine. She'll tell you that.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't know they had that. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's super dope. Okay.
Yep. So we got the whole collection of those books.
That's dope. I didn't even know they did that.
Mm-hmm. So she read her little books, tell you about the cars and all that.
So you've been a role model. You go. I'm pretty sure you gonna be a role model. So who were some of the people that you looked up to in racing?
Galen. Um, Galen, Martin Sanchez with the Ghost.
Nova.
Uh-huh. I have Roman with the checkerboard Corvette Camaro.
Yeah.
Pretty Tony them back in the day. You have Tony Thorne them, Randy Thorne them, and they back in their days because they used to be big dogs back then. You got Steve Wiley, uh, uh, what's his darn name with the Jekyll and Hyde car.
Yeah.
Jeff is Sitton, Jeff Sitton, all them old. They're my people out. They keep me motivated. Uh, Especially Galen them back in the day when he had his 57.
That's how I be hearing about when I first moved down here.
Man, Galen was the pro my king. Galen, he was winning every weekend. He was beating everybody and all them. So yeah.
Man, when I first moved down here, that's it's crazy how much weight that man, like how much weight his name hold down here, man. It's crazy because all I heard was, man, Galen used to do this. Like, all right. Well, Galen used to do that. Galen had this. Man, he showed me a picture. I'm not trying to make this bad.
No, you good.
But man, he showed me a picture of his shop. Man, he just got trophies all around.
Trophies,
banners, trophies,
checks.
It's crazy.
Because he did the TOPMA, the Texas, I can't remember what they did, but it's ProMa Association that he used to be in, and when I was ProMa, and Godzilla was a shit. Godzilla was shit.
I ain't never seen that car run. Everybody be talking about it though.
Well, but Galen he's keeping the community up. Galen, him and Celestin, they work hard as hell at XRP. Clyde them, they opened the XRP because we lost our other track, Kennedale. And XRP is like the best thing to a lot of races around here. And you really ain't gonna find a better facility. Like they really take care of the facility.
Yeah.
And the track is kind of based off of our old track we used to go to. We call it the Concrete Palace out there in Crandall. Okay. And it has so much concrete. So much concrete. Just like XRP. All the concrete parking. We didn't park on dirt.
It's not up. It's still not up.
Nah, it's filled with 18 wheelers now.
I hope SRP don't get like that.
It's not. Because the way they on their land and how stuff is, it's not. Never know, but just like they're trying to do Bradenton with they building houses around. So we don't know about that either. But yeah, they're my people that I used to love going to see when I was a kid. And a lot of the old Screw Grove Cliff and them and in Nightmare. It's a car called Nightmare. He must bring it out again next year.
It's a back half car.
Back
Back
half
half.
car.
Yeah.
It's a Camaro with money all over it. It's green,
and
black.
black.
Yep.
Yeah.
That car right there.
That car used to travel too. I think
Yeah,
it
we
came
all travel. We all
times.
used to travel together, and then we got Matt
Yeah.
Jones and them in their car. You know,
Matt Jones drive the Ghost now.
he drive the Ghost now.
But Matt Jones had that shit too. Yes, yeah.
That was boy. That car cool up shit. It's gonna be a fun.
But that was the Outlaw 105W car.
Yep.
Dang, yeah, I forgot about that.
And it was purple too.
Yeah, it had the little American Eagle on the snorkel.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm 26, 27.
We had some good
everything.
We had some good 10.5 and grudge cars back then.
I used to come to Hub City Dragway.
Yeah. And we got
Hub City.
Candyman and all them, and you got what's his darn name with the white? Well, he has so many cars. I think he's coming back out this year. My mind, I'm forgetting our name. JoJo, that's the name. JoJo. I don't know if you heard of JoJo. JoJo like a Turbo King. His cars were so advanced. He make these new cars like one of his cars is still out, but somebody else bought it, but they put a nitrous motor in. I think it's a white Mustang. I think it said Wilford Ford on it. But JoJo was like the real grudge racer back then. He had these turbo cars and Regals and Buicks. He don't flip a lot of cars too, Mustang. But that then he got in some trouble. But JoJo was shit too.
Did you ever you ain't never read besides the time you were telling me about when you spit?
Never read.
Never. Okay.
Never read.
Yeah,
never wrecked. Close calls.
Yeah.
But never wrecked. Hopefully never not. But I do have nice roll cage, parachute. I got a fire system in there. Pro One sent me a nice fire suit and all that. So I got all the good gear and new helmet, and I also got a new Simpson neck brace. So safety is another big thing on me. I gotta have. The wife won't let me race without my proper safety gear.
Yeah.
So I got all the proper safety gear and everything. Because I have had a fire before in at Redline.
All right, that leads me to my next question. What's your biggest fear when it comes to just racing?
My fear is not even wrecking. My fear is fire.
That's what everybody said. Everybody that I interviewed said the same thing besides King Hubbard. King Hubbard said he ain't got none. He just want to have fun. But everybody else said the same thing.
Fire,
you said. Fire. That's what everybody else said.
Nobody want to be burnt alive in the car.
Yeah.
I don't see him. Look at Pretty Tony. He's almost burnt alive in his big wreck. I was there, but fire. That's why I was like, I'm gonna have my fire suit on and stuff on. That's another reason why when I had my fire issue at Redline, that made me want to get a fire system for my car. Yeah. So I have a fire system in there that put the fire out. But I mean, wrecking is I know I got the proper gear and safety stuff in the car to help me be safe, but nobody want to get burnt.
Right. No.
And the other thing too, when your car catch on fire, that's a lot worse damage than a wrecking the car. Because you got a lot of electrical stuff get burnt up, your engine can get burnt up, it can melt stuff, it can burn your whole car up. And when a car is actually burnt up, it actually makes it its ability to stable the car not strong no more. Because heat destroys your car.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense though.
So, and yeah, just like we had that big fire of a guy in Prescott not so long ago, and that fire was so hot, it melted everything. Just melted everything.
Was he good?
He was good. It melted. It did call him fire on the return road after the race.
And that's scary, man. I think that's just as a videographer or content creator, it is scary. Cause I seen Marco Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
It was at Motorplex.
It's at the top end down there, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, that was scary.
Yeah, and then a lot of times, like some of y'all have the drones, or y'all be down there, but it's not. It's like you really can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So it's like
I don't know if it's somebody that.
I mean, y'all could probably get the fire because they got fire shits on the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like
that's the first thing I look at when I go to the track.
Yeah.
Well, the tracks that do have them, what is the fire extinguisher just in case I gotta do something. Put this camera down.
Because y'all they used to have on your side of the wall red marks. So like we had to go put out Brandon Bourne's car on fire. We had jumped, got a fire extinguisher. Remember his car caught on fire up under the thing. Yep.
From the kid. Well, you kind of touched on this already, but your darkest times in racing.
Yeah, I think that was about my dad's stuff.
I kind of figured. I just wanted.
That was a dark time of racing with my dad, and also seeing some people that I used to be around in the racing world have major accidents or something like that. So, but the darkest time is that when I lost my dad. That was my in racing.
Yeah.
And then it's going back, the flashback of him. The last pass he seen me was when I was spinning around. So it's like I spun forever. But so that was my darkest moment right there.
I kind of figured. I just wanted to make sure I asked. I kind of figured. Last subject I want to kind of touch on is you started. I remember me and you was talking last week at Roddy Shop off camera when you said you started this shop during the divorce, like in the middle of your divorce. So how was that like? Like you going through something serious and you trying to build? It's like night and day. Like
going through a divorce, having a baby, trying to open the shop up, child support, working at another shop. All this going on at the same time.
Yeah,
it was hard, but I kept my head up because I knew what I wanted.
Right. Yeah, tunnel vision.
Yes, and I'm one of them Gemini, one of them guys that's like, when I see something, I want it. Like, look, flip that. I see, I want it, I buy my own. That's how my mind is going. That's where it's going to keep going. So, I was still doing working on cars to pay for this building, to pay for people, and still working my other job at night, coming home, dealing with the divorce stuff and all this. So it was just, don't recommend, but it was tough. But again, with the right support system,
for sure,
I was able to fully open up with customers at my door when I opened the door up. So we had a soft opening here, and like I said, before I even opening official, I was working on cars here already.
Here?
In here.
In here?
I was working.
Did you build this shop? Or?
I didn't build it. It was already built. Like I'm leasing it, but I built this office.
Okay.
I paid $1,500. I got all the material.
Okay.
I built this office. Each lift I installed myself. And these first, this is we had a new section over there, which is the alignment rack and another lift. But this was my main section by myself.
Right.
And that lift on the other side, that's my first lift. I installed them myself.
Right.
I installed every single one of them myself and wired them. So I had to pick them up, put it in the ground. I got the drill, put the drill bits in the ground to build it. I did it all myself. No, they ain't light. But if you walk the lifts up, you can get them up. And I didn't even have a forklift at the time. I had this ladder and all that.
Yeah.
But I measured it. I put them all in. I can tell you everything about it because I did it myself.
Right.
Like I did my car. I know what's going on. But I installed every single lift, even that big giant alignment rack. I installed it myself. I did it all. Leveled it, everything. Did it all. So
I got to salute you for that.
Going through all that at the same time. And I was coming here, like I said, I worked there at night, which is around the corner. I come over here, do some stuff, wire up, whatever I need to do. And I quit my job in August, around before I opened the shop up. I tell them I'm gone. I quit there and came here full time. So that was my last paychecks from that part, and I never went back.
Ooh, a big leap of faith. Were you nervous or were you?
I was, but it's like
yeah.
You got like good people on your support team. It's like you got this now. You've been doing it at the house, managing business there. Because I worked at multiple shops to learn the business.
Yeah.
and I didn't just jump right in, but I learned. I went to these different shops. I worked at different retail locations. I worked at AutoZone, uh, uh, Car Toy. I used to do car audio there at Car Toys. I did Radio Shack. I did a lot of places.
Yeah,
I did a lot of IT stuff with stuff and all this. And I built computers too, gaming computers. But I did all this stuff to learn the game
right.
and different little small at Goodyear. I worked at Goodyear too to learn the game.
Yeah.
So I learned all the goods, the bads,
Mm-hmm.
uglies, and all that of the game. So when I opened up the door, my mindset was already. I know what systems I need to use to run the business. I knew
Right.
who to contact, what stuff to do, how to run stuff, what the higher end people you got, the overhead, what to do, and all that. And this shop's real low overhead because of that. So all my bills paid up. I don't have no debt collectors. I'm able to support my hobby.
Yeah.
You know, doing
you ever get burnt out from this or racing?
Nah. I might act like it sometime, but I don't. My mind's always on racing. Yeah. My mind is always on working. If I go on a vacation, my mind is about my shop. I'm on my camera looking at what's going on. I'm talking to my employees. Got to know what's going on.
That's supposed to be the time to get away from
it. It is, but if this shop is not running, I'm not making no money.
For sure.
And I got to feed my people.
For sure.
So if they can't run it right, they're not gonna get fed.
Yeah.
Then I'm not gonna get fed.
You're a general, so you got people to feed. Yeah.
I have 4 employees now. Okay, yeah. 4 people that work for me.
And a family, so you got a lot. Yeah.
So I know they got families. I got family. Yeah. So I think about them and that. So
right.
I go out and make stuff work. I plan stuff out. I advertise. I do stuff. You know, just to get busy and make sure we're all good. And this year so far, we had some real good numbers. I ain't gonna tell you what numbers, but I think we're gonna hit a real big goal where I will be able to announce that. But we are at around 1,100 cars since. No, we had 10. We done did 10,000. Well, not 10,000. Sorry, 1,045 cars this year.
That's good though, man.
That's a lot.
Is that the highest you ever done this one?
63. 1,063 is my highest. But I'm able to afford a brand new 2024 truck, 2024 trailer, business, car. I own a couple of cars out here. Got a house. No, I'm leasing this building.
So, last question. This I ask everybody is, who is Randy Kelly?
Somebody that's humble.
For sure.
I'm very humble on my life. That's who I am. I'm a humble person. I like just make sure. I don't know. I'm just humble. I don't take life for granted.
For sure.
That's who I am. Someone who's like racing, like enjoying racing, like being around people, like talking about cars, and like doing whatever I can to make stuff right. Mm-hmm. Especially with me working on cars and stuff like that. So that's who I am. Sure. Yeah. What you got next?
And last question. Any last words too? I know you got some sponsors.
I just want to shout out to my wife Chandra, my family, my mom and them for helping me and pushing me, going on my granddad and all. Some of my main sponsors I want to put. Well, actually, pretty much I'm here to help me out. That I got a little list here, but people that help me out a lot. I got Jerry Gardner with Ring Opinion. He does my gears in the back. You got Dave Acer with Nitrous Outlet. They help me out a lot and support me. I got John Ferry. He does all my machine work and head machine work for the race car. You got Yancey with Vicious Performance and Afterworks. They does all my suspension, all my shocks and all that. TRZ is my main sponsor, TRZ, them for suspension work and all. I got Beavis, my chassis guy, Beavis Racecraft, out there in Tyler, Texas. You got AutoZone, one of my main sponsors for helping me out with all my small stuff in the car. You have also Black Hawk Race Cars. He's my fuel tech guru and helped me out with a lot of my tuning on that.
Oh, so you actually sponsored by AutoZone?
I actually sponsored by AutoZone.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
The name ain't on there for no reason. They actually sponsor me every month, allowance and stuff.
Oh, that's what's up. That's a blessing.
So it really is. Uh, I'm working on some more people. I'm not one of the ones that's gonna beg. Oh, I want this part. No, your name on the car. Your name on the car for a reason, and I'm gonna promote you and do stuff. So I am looking for more sponsors, and we do plan on doing a lot more traveling too. 24, and I think there was all the main sponsors on that gear. Yep, there was all the main ones, and I have a crap load of people that help me out, like Steve Hansen and all of with my chat stuff. Uh, Again, I got a lot of people. Even Galen, he helped me out with some things a lot. Robert McDonald. So a lot of y'all know him. He's always at the track anytime a race going on. So if I forget you, don't. I'm sorry, but my mind is gone. But everybody that helps me out, even we got Emmett, and we got Brandon and his wife and all. So again, I got a lot of people to help me out, and I appreciate everybody out here. I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity and wanting to talk to me about this. Little you is doing big things. Forever Grudge, people know Forever Grudge. And I support all my media guys and fellas and females. I support all of them. One other thing. I am going to start something new this year, picking a couple of random racers to cover their tech cars and some other things. And their race.
Cover their... Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
And right now, I'm announcing two that we already have, which is going to be Troy Jackson.
Shout out to Uncle Troy.
So Troy come out and God damn it. Jose, he got the Malibu. Not the Malibu. I'm sorry, the Cutlass. It's a turbo Cutlass.
It's around here.
Yeah, Andy. Look again, my mind. But them two gonna be the main one I start off with, and then we're gonna go from there.
Just doing it out of just for the heck of it.
Get my people out there racing.
Not for the heck of it, but you know what I'm saying. Like you're doing it just to show love.
Yeah, show love, support. And some people could use a little extra blessing to go to the track because it's not nothing cheap to come out here and race and do what we do, But that's just something to push you along.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm good.
Yeah.
And I want to help out people.
And that's I know you do it out of your heart. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, which I'm sure they will, because I know Troy will, because I know how he is. Hopefully, they'll pass it on to the next person. And how much an average that car costs?
Well, about 35, 45, but and sometimes they have different events. Yeah. And it costs $100, $200, or whatever.
You gonna say $50, $50 to $100?
We'll say about $50, $100.
That's a lot of money. I mean, I can do a lot with $50, and I'm sure somebody else can. They can put this towards nitrous or fuel.
Yeah, because we all know nitrous ain't cheap.
Yeah. So hopefully, once you do that, it'll be like a little trend. You know what I'm saying?
Joseph Ramirez, that's over there. My mind was going.
Oh, JoJo.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. With the yeah. I'm tweaking. Yeah.
JoJo.
So yeah, hopefully that'll be like a little.
Yeah, it's like when you go to I went to McDonald's and somebody did the pass along thing.
Yeah.
I pay for his meal.
Going, yeah.
I
do that all the time.
That's what made me think about it. Maybe want to decide to do this.
I do that time to time too.
So I got my blessing. I'm here. I'm stable. I know I can do what I do to make Right. And my family, we're fine. We're not in a debt and nothing like that. So, you know,
Yeah, nah, for sure. Nah, I love it.
that's just my way of getting back, giving back.
Love it.
That's why I do a lot of stuff for the media
Nah, for sure.
and for different races. Need parts. I have parts in my car, my truck, and all that. But that's just something that makes me feel good inside.
Nah, for sure. Shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, man, I love it. I love it. Hopefully they'll pass it along. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so, but it's not. It's still gonna be. They still in their mind. They're gonna know. In my mind, I know what I did.
Yeah, yeah. I might do that too. Just,
We'll
just.
get y'all blessings at the end of the day.
I'm gonna let you go. I know you gotta go, man. Appreciate your time, Randy. I know you're a busy guy. You're a one-man army. Appreciate you, Randy. Appreciate the hospitality. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, and just keep your head up. No matter what all this drama out here is, keep doing what you gotta do.
For sure. Got to.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
You're welcome.